This is a video response to Steve Shives' 5 Stupid Things About the Wage Gap, and also a video by Jenny McDermott about wanting to get rid of salary negotiations and every other video on YouTube about the wage gap that you're probably watching. Because, bottom line, most people who make a video about the wage gap, they are pandering to their audience, and they're playing into that feeling of, you know, it's the world's problem. The world is evil, you know. But what really makes this wage gap between genders and between races, I'm going to tell you what it is. It goes like this. People need to have guts. They need to go out there, put themselves out there on a limb, and say, I want to make more money. Okay? The people who don't do that are the people who are less secure. And that could be an insecurity for whatever reason, but they're not as secure to be able to go out and say, hey, I want to make more money. They don't apply themselves. Let's say woman comes in here, and she comes into this room right here, and I'm like, therapy's in session, everyone else out, let's go. And she's in here, the rest of the world is not. Okay, what am I going to tell her about our plan to make her make more money and you know, bridge that gap, that wage gap? You know, what would be my plan for her? Well, apply yourself. Okay? What would be reasons that would keep her from applying herself? Reasons that men normally wouldn't have, or majority races in their countries wouldn't have. Well, number one is nesting and the feeling that if you leave your coworkers behind, you're not going to have that same family experience with your coworkers. You know, you're really connected to them. Whereas in the man's perspective, that might not be as important as making more money. You know, that might not be something that holds you back. The other thing is security. Asking for a raise, you might be afraid of getting fired. Putting yourself out there as far as applying for jobs, you might be afraid of rejection. Okay? Men are less fearful. It's just men are more reckless, and that's why they're making more money. That's it. That's the wage gap in a nutshell. Okay? If you want more money, apply yourself. Ask for more money. Okay? You can't fix the world, but you can fix the individual person. You'll see it works. Okay? You just have to get people to quit being afraid of applying themselves and quit latching on to things that don't matter as much to them as money, and actually look at, you know, is this something that I really value more than making $1 million more by the end of my life? Okay? So, in particular, Steve Shives' second stupid thing about the wage gap. He says in his video that women under 35 actually make 90% of what a man makes, and that's a lot better than women over age 35. What do you think makes that true? Women under 35 are more impulsive, and they're more risk takers than the older women. And lastly, Jenny McDermott made a video saying that in order to shore up that wage gap, that we should do away with salary negotiations. And I say, no. Hell no. That is not the way to do it. The way to shore up that wage gap is to keep salary negotiations and empower women to negotiate themselves better. Okay? That's it. Teach people how to go grab what they deserve. That's how you get rid of the wage gap. You're not going to do it by getting rid of salary negotiations, but I will say that when I'm looking at other jobs to apply myself to, I do like to see the salary range at least, you know, and I really hate job listings that don't even post anything about what you might be making on that job. But yeah, if there were no way for them to negotiate better, you know, you're not going to see a reversal of this trend. You're not going to see anything like that. What we need is not to focus on the world and the external people. What we need is for people to focus on what can they do themselves to make that not happen to them. Okay? And then we will get rid of the wage gap. Until then, as long as people keep on making excuses by saying, oh, the world is so evil and men are the ones who are in power and they're only hiring for more pay to other men, you know, as long as people keep thinking that way, they're just going to be stuck. Okay? We need people to focus on themselves and what they can do to change it instead of being stuck in this rut. That's my take on it.